Welcome, everyone. This is an introduction to e-commerce. We're glad you decided to start your journey with us. Let's jump right in. What is e-commerce? Well, e-commerce is also known as electronic commerce or internet commerce. It refers to the buying and selling of goods or services using the internet and the transfer of money and data to execute these transactions. E-commerce is often used to refer to the sale of physical products online, but it can also describe any kind of commercial transaction that is facilitated through the internet, such as dropshipping. And we're going to go ahead and run through what is dropshipping and different forms of e-commerce to teach you how to be a better seller online and how to be successful online with e-commerce. Why e-commerce? In short, if without any major obstacles, e-commerce will certainly continue to mature in the global market and eventually it will become an essential business plan for a company in order to survive and stay competitive in the ever-changing online market. Now, you may be seeing retail stores such as Walmart's or Home Depot's, any stores around you that you generally have grown up, walk into to buy something from. You may have seen them slowly shutting down or closing down or making a new brand for themselves, but generally, all of them are going online. Now, the reason for this is with young generations now beginning to come, they're very eco-friendly. They love using their cell phones, and the new generation is making a change, which also leads to online sales more and less of retail sales. And this is going to continue to grow and grow and grow. And you might be wondering why e-commerce? Well, you can see it happening in your own community. You can see the change. And right now is the perfect time to jump right into it and jump on the e-commerce train and become successful with us. The growth of e-commerce. The internet is crushing department stores. Now, just as I just went over, you may have just seen some of your local department stores closing down. Now, this is not because they're failing at business, but mainly because all their customers are online now. They're able to survive and make the same amount of profit they were making with the retail store online, if not even maybe double their profit online because they have a wider base of sales to sell to. Now, think about this. Would you want to create a store in your own community to sell just to your own community? Or would you want to put your store online and sell to the world? Imagine how much more successful you can be if your store is online. Now, the growth of e-commerce. This is why the internet is crushing department stores. In earlier days, people used to visit retail outlets or department stores when they are in need of different products at the same time in one place. This practice is highly decreasing with recent generations. Like I said, since the world speeds up every day, the younger generations are always looking forward to reducing time consumption as well as reduce energy consumption. It's obvious that in current days, the internet can offer millions of products at a click. Hence, in the next few decades, people who are going to department stores might seem to be old-fashioned or, it might be something that your parents might have done. And it's more of a hobby than being part of everyday life. Online retail will lessen the need for offline stores. E-commerce versus traditional retail. Now, there's different types of e-commerce, not just dropshipping. Number one, retail. And retail is just like we went over. Retail is the sale of a product by a business directly to a customer. So if you walk to your corner store that you generally go to, or your local Walmart, your local Home Depot, you'll find those are retail stores that you're used to going to. You have gone to them your whole life. And this is where they physically will sell you a product that you can grab in your hand and purchase. Number two, wholesale. Wholesaling is the sale of products in bulk, often to a retailer that then sells them directly to consumers. Now, another way wholesale can be is if you find a supplier, you buy, say, 1,000 products in bulk for a wholesale price, and then you get those products shipped out to you, and then you sell those products online, and then you keep the profit, although you're in charge of shipping out these products yourself. So if you get 1,000 orders in a week, you're responsible for shipping out 1,000 items. Number three, drop shipping. And this is what we're going to be going over in these tutorials coming soon. Dropshipping is the sale of a product which is manufactured and shipped to the consumer by a third party. Now, we just went over in wholesale where you had to purchase, in bulk, have thousands of products in bulk, and then you ship it out to your customers one by one. Now, dropshipping saves that problem and it fixes it to where you don't need inventory to make a sale. You don't own the inventory, you don't hold the inventory, and your supplier takes care of everything for you. That's why dropshipping is great, because you can test, and if you fail, it's easy to coop up and win again. If you're wholesaling, if you fail, then you're stuck with 1,000 products that you have to figure out what to do with. Now, that's why we believe dropshipping is one of the best forms of e-commerce, because there's less risk and better success rates. Now let's keep moving forward. Number 4, crowdfunding. The collection of money from consumers in advance of a product being available in order to raise the startup capital necessary to bring it to market. Now you might be seeing some crowdfunding websites where they make a cause and you go in and you donate to them. You can do the same exact thing with e-commerce. It's a way of collecting funds online for your charity, your event, or whatever you use crowdfunding for, or starting up a new business. Number 5, subscriptions. The automatic recurring purchase of a product or service on a regular basis until the subscriber chooses to cancel. Now you can also sell subscription services online, whether it's subscription boxes, a newsletter, monthly videos. It's 100% up to you. You can also sell subscriptions online. Number 6, physical products. Any tangible goods that require inventory to be replenished and orders to be physically shipped to customers as sales are made. Now this also goes with number 2, wholesale, because with wholesaling, you are dealing with physical products. Now let's say that you're creating your own brand, your own business, you have the physical product and you're ready to sell it. That is you selling your own physical, tangible good online through your online store. That is not dropshipping. Dropshipping is where you do not touch the item at all. Number 7, digital products. Downloadable digital goods, templates, and courses or media that must be purchased for consumption or licensed for use. You can also sell digital products online. You can sell online videos. You can sell online templates. You can sell media, courses, digital goods, and then email them to your customer. This is another way of e-commerce. And last but not least, number 8, services. A skill or set of skills provided in exchange for compensation. The service provider's time can be purchased for a fee. So say you're a serviceman, a graphic designer, a web designer, you're able to sell your services online, provide your services, and collect a fee for it. There's 8 different forms of e-commerce. And generally, they all bundle up into making online sales, whether it's a service, a product, or even crowdfunding. You're collecting funds for your business. Now let's move on. What is dropshipping? Now this is one of the most important slides because we're going to go over what is dropshipping and how it will make you be a successful online e-commerce seller. Now let's move on. This is the dropshipping model. And it looks very simple because generally understanding dropshipping is simple. Number 1, the customer will place the order on your website and pay you, let's say, $200 for your product. Now what you're going to do is, number 2, you're going to forward that order to your supplier and pay the wholesale price of $150. Now your supplier, number 3, is now going to ship the product to your customer for you. Now in that transaction, your customer gets its product, your supplier is taking care of the shipping for you, and you keep the $50 profit. Now you want to keep doing this over and over and over, maybe 10, maybe 50, 100, 1,000 times a day. Now keep in mind, if you're making, say, 10 sales a day to start off, you would have made $500 profit that day. If you're pushing 100 sales a day, then you would have made 5,000 profit that day. Although keep in mind, if you are processing 100 orders in one day, that means you also have to process yourself 100 orders. So you have to make sure the work is there to be done. You have to be a hardworking individual. So the more you can handle work-wise, the more money you can make success-wise with dropshipping. But we're going to go through in later tutorials how to figure all that out, maybe even getting virtual assistants to help you process orders. It all comes with dropshipping model. And you'll find that it's more automated than anything, to where you can start creating more stores after another. Once you find success in one store, you can create a second one and a third one and keep making them, and then give the responsibility of the work to other people, to where you can live the lifestyle that you want. And in e-commerce, us e-commerce sellers all have one goal, and it's to be successful. And to me, success is not having to take your work with you everywhere you go. You should be able to relax, be the boss of your own business, and be very successful. And we're going to go through on how to do that exactly in our course. Now, we talked about the greatnesses of dropshipping. Now, what are the disadvantages of dropshipping? Well, there's not many disadvantages of dropshipping, but if we can name some of them, it would be these. Number one, you're not in control of inventory. Now, when you're dropshipping, I did say you're not going to be able to touch the product because your supplier is shipping it out for you straight to your customer. So you're not in control of inventory that your supplier has. So one thing that you have to do is make sure your supplier has inventory. Make sure you know that the product's going to be available for your sales. Because at any time, let's say you wake up to 100 sales for your dropship product, and then you go to buy them from your supplier, and you see that they sold out of the inventory. So what are you going to do with those 100 orders? You're going to have to cancel them, find the product elsewhere, or just take the loss and cancel all the orders, as I said from the beginning. This is something you don't want to do with your store. For one, it could help you lose customers. For two, you lose money, and you lose trust from the people visiting your site. Now, if you're dropshipping on other platforms such as Amazon, it gets even worse. You may get your account shut down. Although in these courses, we're going to teach how to dropship through Shopify, so where you don't have to generally worry about that starting off. You have room to begin, room to get started, and a little room to fail. But with the very little room to fail, you want to find success very easily. And with our courses, you will find that. And our goal is to make you a successful e-commerce seller in no time. Number two, the next disadvantage of dropshipping. Well, some customers honestly hate dropshippers. Now, we can't say why, but you have to understand and put yourself in their shoes. Imagine if you went to a store online, purchase a product, and then you receive the product and it has an invoice in it from Walmart.com or HomeDepot.com. And you see that the price you paid for the product doesn't match what's on the invoice receipt. I'm sure that would make you angry because you believe that it was the exact product that was being shipped out straight from the manufacturer or retail site you bought from. Now, think about this. What if you went to a retail site such as Amazon.com, purchased a product, and it took 3 to 4 weeks to get to you, and then once you get it, the product is a little different from what you saw online? Or you're able to see the packaging is not from the same retailer you bought from. I'm sure you would be a little angry. And that is why some customers hate dropshippers. Some customers know what dropshipping is, and some customers hate dropshipping because they feel they're being cheated out of their product. This is another disadvantage. But here's a great thing. Not many people know what dropshipping is, unless you're watching this tutorial right here. Now, out of 100 customers, you might find one customer that doesn't like dropshipping. Take care of them, give them their returns, and make them happy. You will have a customer that will be angry out of every 100 or 1,000 customers, or maybe even out of every 10 customers, depending on how you're running your business. So there are going to be some angry customers that just don't like the dropshipping model. But that's all right. Like I said, out of every one customer you lose, you'll have 100 there lined up to purchase from you. The next disadvantage, you are responsible for returns. So let's put it this way. If you have your suppliers ship your product out for you and they receive it broken, you are now responsible for handling that return and making sure your customer gets something great. Now, the good thing is, with the supplier that we're going to teach you to use, they generally always offer free returns, or they'll just give you the money, refund it back, and let you keep the product. So you'll be dealing with your supplier on returns, dealing with getting your funds back, and then you're going to go to your customer and take care of it in your own way with them. Whether it's returning, giving them a new product shipped out, or just giving them a refund and then keep the product. So you are responsible for returns. Last but not least, you're responsible for your supplier. Again, your supplier is your business. It's your products, it's your inventory. You are responsible for keeping up with them. You're responsible for any products that they ship out late. You're responsible for any products that they send wrongfully. And if they send the wrong product to your customer, you're 100% responsible for that. So you take full responsibility for your brand and you're responsible for your supplier. These are some of the top disadvantages of dropshipping. Now, you might find other people that might say, well, this is a disadvantage, this is a disadvantage. But there's ways to fix those disadvantages with our tutorials that we're going to teach you. So some of the top ones are generally these 4 right here. So there's not many disadvantages of dropshipping. It's a great way of selling online. What do I need to get started? Well, you need to have the right attitude and passion. In order to be successful, you have to wake up every morning wanting it. You have to have the hunger. You want to be successful. You want to wake up and add products. You want to wake up and look at your ad accounts to see how they're doing. You want to provide great customer service to your customers. You want to have the right attitude for it. You want to wake up and be happy that you're doing something that not many people are able to do or learn. Now, with the right attitude and the right passion, you will find success. The second you start thinking negatively about your business or failing, that's when it all goes downhill. You got to keep going, keep pushing. Don't give up. You got to have the right attitude for this. And trust me, you will be successful. Some people might be successful within a month. Some might be successful within a year. Some might be successful within 5 years. Your time will come, and when it does come, you will thank yourself and pat yourself on the back for being positive the whole entire time. What's next that you need to get started? You need to provide value. You need to have value from your brand, from your niche, from your business, and provide something that will help people solve a problem and make people happy. So you need to make sure that you're providing value before you get started. Make sure that your business plan is ready to go. Make sure that you're providing a value to someone else. Finding your niche. Well, of course, this is an easy one. Before you get started, you have to know what you want to sell. Find your niche. What do you like doing? Now, I always tell people, well, what is your favorite thing that you love right now? What would you love to wake up and work with every single day? If you love riding bikes, well, maybe you want to start an online store selling bikes. If you love music, maybe you want to start an online store selling music or tapes. If you love bees, maybe you might want to sell products that contain honey or honeycomb or products that deal with bees. You want to find a niche that you're comfortable with. You want to find a niche that makes you happy, that you want to wake up every morning and sell with. Now, once you do that, you'll find that you're going to start working with niches that you honestly don't care for. But that's because you're going to be making money with it. Your mindset will change once you start getting more deeper and deeper into dropshipping and e-commerce. You'll find yourself thinking every day of new ideas. You'll find yourself thinking of new ways and new niches to start selling. Now, the first store is always recommended to do something you like because it will keep your interest and make you want to keep pushing. The second, third, or fourth store, you'll find it's niches you probably never dealt with, but they're making money. And that is the goal of e-commerce. You're going to find yourself thinking of new creative ways to make money. And that's what this tutorial is going to teach you. It's going to teach you how to do exactly that. Up next, you need to make your brand. You need to have your logo ready, your colors, and your fonts, and your mission. Make sure your brand is ready. Make sure your About Me is typed up. Make sure it's edited. Make sure your logo is corrected. Make sure you have everything set in stone and ready to go online to make sales. You need to have a powerful brand to also help you make sales, because if you have a good product but a very poor brand, your product's not going to sell. So work on your branding. This is going to last you your whole life if it becomes successful. This is your brand. This is you. Make it you. Make it very professional. Make it sleek and classy. And I promise you'll make sales. And last but not least, build your store. You need to have a store online to get started, because this is where your customers are going to come and purchase from you. And we're going to go over how to do that, how to build your store. We build our stores with Shopify. So once your store is set up, you'll be ready to get started with dropshipping and e-commerce. Now let's go through some things we'll be teaching later in these tutorials that you need to understand before jumping in it. What is Shopify? Shopify is an e-commerce platform that allows anyone to set up an online store and sell their products. Merchants can also sell their products in person with Shopify POS. Now, Shopify allows you to sell online, but they also allow you to sell to your friends, your family. So let's say your friend has $10 and wants to support your business, and it gives you the $10 to buy a product. You're going to take that $10, and then you're going to make a draft order on your Shopify store. And there's different ways of collecting money, whether it's online or offline, but Shopify supports it all. Whether you're a budding jewelry designer and want to start selling your products, or a musician and want to sell your latest mixtape, or if you have an established business and want to grow, Shopify can help you. Hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs from over 175 countries trust Shopify to help sell their products. Now here's a little tip. Did you know Kylie Jenner, one of the top billionaires in the world, uses Shopify for her brand, for her business? Shopify sells all her products, and she's one of the top selling modules in the world. That's how powerful Shopify is. Whether it's a mom and pop shop down the street or a big corporate business selling thousands of products daily, Shopify will support it. Now keep in mind, Shopify is $30 a month for the basic subscription. It is highly worth it, and generally, it will be coming out of your profit. What is AliExpress? Now, AliExpress is going to be our supplier. When you're drop shipping on Shopify, you will be using AliExpress almost 100% of the time. What is AliExpress? AliExpress is a popular online store for buying products at much cheaper prices than Amazon and other similar services. The store was founded in 2010 and is owned by Alibaba, a massive Chinese multinational company focused on e-commerce and computing, and is one of the world's largest internet companies. AliExpress.com. If you go to AliExpress, you can find any product that you like for a very cheap price. And this is where your profit comes in. They'll take care of shipping it to your customer at a very cheap price, including shipping. Sometimes shipping is free. And sometimes it might take up to 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks to receive your product, but you'll be able to see that beforehand when doing your product research, which we will go over in another tutorial. What is Oberlo? Now, AliExpress is our supplier. Oberlo is a software that we use on our Shopify account that connects with AliExpress and makes dropshipping very easy. Oberlo is a marketplace that makes it easy to find awesome products to sell online. With Oberlo, you can access a huge variety of different products with just a few clicks, whether it's fashion, electronics, toys, beauty, or the next trending product. Oberlo makes it easy for you to find products from suppliers all over the world and instantly add them to your own online store. Plus, even allows you to automate your orders. Now, how great is that? So you have the supplier, which is AliExpress. It's a free website. And now you have a software called Oberlo, which is no inventory, no risk. It's 100% secure and free. So you're going to go on Oberlo, and Oberlo is going to add the products to your store for you. And then once you get an order on that product, Oberlo is going to help you automate those orders to where you don't have to do it yourself. So if you have 100 orders to take, you don't have to go one by one by one by one to order it on ALIEXPRESS.com. You just go into Oberlo, click a button, and they'll automatically place the order for you by grabbing the customer's address, which they collected, placing it into the order field. They'll take your order information, your card info, and they'll order it for you. Now, this is an amazing thing because it saves time for you. And time is money. Especially with dropshipping and e-commerce, time is money. So this is why Oberlo is great. Now that was dropshipping, an introduction to dropshipping. Thank you for watching this tutorial. We look forward to seeing you in the next one.